All right, now I'm sure the moment you've all been waiting for. In the Facebook ads side-by-side walkthrough, we're actually going to walk through creating our Facebook ads. So hopefully from the first 3 videos, you already have business.facebook.com opened. You're already there on the Business Suite homepage. We're going to jump in. We're going to start to create these ads. Like I said before, I'll say it again, sometimes Facebook creates different layouts for different people. So if it looks a little bit different to you, I'm very sorry. There's nothing I can do about that, but follow along as best as you can. I think everybody should have pretty much the same screen. We should be looking at the same things. Now, if you're on, I'm on a laptop. If you're on a desktop, on an iPad, on a tablet, on a smartphone, it could look different across all those different things. I would suggest if you're going to run ads, you should probably run them off of a laptop or a desktop, just because you get all of the features there. I mean, you might still get all the features on an iPad, I'm not sure, but just to play it safe and just to have the best options, I would use a laptop or use a desktop. So let's jump over here and let's actually create these ads, okay? We're here once again, the business home for Facebook. We're going to click the ads manager. You can see it right there. Or if you click these 3 dots, you can also see ads manager right there. Click on that. Now we already have the credit card set up. We already have the pixel in there. We already have a bunch of different things in place. But I'm going to set up these ads as if we don't have the pixel in place, because some of you may not have set it up yet, but you want to start running ads right now. So I'm going to set it up in this ad for web traffic and not for conversions. But those are usually the 2 best ones you can choose from, okay? You come to this screen. If you've never created an ad before, your screen probably looks like this. So you can create up here with this green button or create ad. Let's just click that button right now. Now, there's many different options in here, and you'll find as you're going through the ads platform, if you've been in there before, there's tons of options. We're going to go with traffic for right now. That's traffic to the website, okay? But if you have the Facebook pixel activated, you're going to want to go for conversions down the road. But some of you, it might take a while to get your pixel activated. You're going to have to get that to your developer or take the time to set it up yourself. So for right now, I'll just walk you through traffic. It's pretty much all the same except for a few nuts and bolts towards the end. But let's just go through traffic right now. You have a campaign. You can drop down this box, as you can see here, to name your campaign. I will just name mine Test Campaign and learn how to type. Is that how you spell campaign? Yep, that looks right. Test ad set, and then test ad. So this is always confusing to people, and it is confusing to me sometimes. I understand it now, but your campaign can hold a bunch of different ad sets. Your ad sets can hold a bunch of different individual ads. So your campaign is the overarching theme, the overarching idea. The ad sets can be directed, so you can have one ad set directed towards real estate agents, one ad set directed towards real estate investors, or one ad set directed towards real estate brokers, one ad set directed towards a specified email marketing list, which we'll go over in the next video. But for right now, just get the idea. The campaign holds a bunch of ad sets. Those ad sets can be targeted to different places, different people, different demographics, and then inside of each ad set can be a bunch of different ads. We're going to hit continue. Go to the next screen. It's going to bring up this screen here, okay? We're in a test campaign. I'm going to walk you through this as simple as possible. So I'm going to skip a lot of the bells and whistles because there are a lot of bells and whistles. I want to make this simple for you so this is easy for you. We're not even going to touch anything here. We can see the campaign details. We can set a campaign spending limit you might want to do. If you don't want to spend over a certain amount of money in the campaign, you can set a limit there. We're going to actually set a spending limit in the ad set. So let's scroll down. What's our daily budget going to be, okay? Do you want to set a daily budget or a lifetime budget? Facebook likes you to start a daily budget. I prefer lifetime just so I know what I won't go over. So if I set my lifetime budget for $100, I can't go over that. But daily budget, if you're going to do daily budget, I would suggest starting at about $10 per day. Facebook needs enough money to be able to run the ads to enough people to generate the results that it needs to be able to show you the performance that you're getting. So usually it takes a Facebook ad about 4 days to really target the audience and run the ads appropriately. So if you start an ad and you run it for 2 days and you're not seeing the results that you want, I would give it 2 more days. Now you might get trigger happy and cancel it. That's up to you. But really it takes Facebook about 4 days to populate that audience and get the exact audience that you're looking for. So daily budget of $10 is a good place to start. Okay, so if you want to do daily budget, do it at $10. Or if you're doing a lifetime budget and you're running that ad for a week, set it up so the maximum amount of money, say it's running for 7 days, set it for $70. That way you've got $10 per day that's going to be run into there. And you also have all these different ad options, but we're going to pass over that right now because we don't need to dive into all that. So we have the daily budget set for $10 a day. We're going to click next. And now choose where you want to drive the traffic. So where are people going to go from your ad? They're going to click on a button from your ad. Where are they going to go? Most likely, they're going to go to your website. You probably don't have an app. You could send them to your Facebook Messenger. If you want them to go directly to Messenger to sign up for an appointment, that's possible. Is it likely that they're going to do that? Not necessarily. You probably want them to go to your website, to a landing page that features your business and leaves a phone number, leaves a contact information form that they can fill out. You know what I mean? That makes sense. So set up for website. We're going to continue down through here, and we're going to set our start date. So say today, I'm doing this on the 26th. My start date could be right now. Now, I would set an end date because just for me personally, I set end dates so I don't leave it open-ended and then the ad. So if you set this thing for a daily budget of $10 and you don't set an end date, that $10 could just, and then say you forget you set the ad, forget you ran the ad. A month later, you go back and you get your bill from Facebook and you're like, why is all this money spent? Well, you didn't set an end date, so you don't know when the thing's going to stop. I would suggest setting it up for at least a week, and if it's working, you can extend it out. But I'll set it up for August 6th. That way, we've got some time set in there, and then you can set ad set spending limits, right? So this ad is running. So I want to spend a minimum of $10 per day, and say the ad's working really well, I want to spend a maximum of, say, $50 per day. But you could also just set that, okay, so we won't set a minimum. We'll just set a maximum. So we'll set it at $50 per day. That's the maximum I can spend per day. But if you just want to spend $10 per day, that's the maximum you're going to spend today, okay? And you won't go beyond that, so that can keep you set for daily ad spends to keep you safe. In the next video, we're going to go over custom audiences and how to build them for your email list. But for right now, we're going to go into just the basic detailed targeting. So we're in the United States, right? We want to run this ad. Now I'm in the Pennsylvania area. I'd say the biggest big city near me is Pittsburgh, PA. So I'm going to type in Pittsburgh. Wherever you're at right now, you can set your location for that area. You know your demographic. You know your area better than I do. So do you want to set it up for 25 miles? How far around your area are you willing to target people? That's a question you have to answer for yourself. I'm going to set it at 25 miles. You can set that at whatever you want and pick different areas and kind of geo-fence around those areas. I believe you can go down to 10 miles on Facebook. I don't think it lets you go any further than that. Yeah, it lets you, it wants to keep it at least 10 miles around that area. You can set your age, you can set your genders, and then in the detailed targeting here, this is the sweet spot. Now, usually when we're running ads, we're running towards real estate agents and brokers and things of that nature. So we'll type in real estate. See, this broker will pop up, and you have the category too. It's an interest. So real estate investing, real estate development, appraisal, economics, a real estate entrepreneur. As you start going down through real estate license, you could target all of these different things. You could go through and target all of these different things. It is totally up to you buying and selling real estate. So, real estate agent might be the right one for you. Job titles, see that? Now for the Pittsburgh area, 107,000 people fall into that category. So you can pick your options in here. I'm just going to pick the broker agent. It's a simple target. You can pick a bunch of different options in there. I'm just going to go with one now to keep it simple, okay? So we have that set up. You can also look at placements, right? This automatic placements I would recommend in the beginning. If you get into manual placements, you can decide, I don't want my ad to run in Messenger. I don't want my ad to run in Instagram. You can individually pick these different things. But to keep it simple, using the KISS method, let's just set automatic placements right there. And it's going to send it where it thinks it needs to go. It's set up for link clicks. That is perfectly fine. We're going to click next. Now, as you can see, this video is a little longer, but there's no way for me to walk through all this stuff without taking a little bit longer. So you have your Facebook page lined up. Mine's set to my Rob Z page, which is just my personality page or whatever you want to call it. Your Instagram can also be linked. So if you linked your Instagram earlier, it will show up and you can link it right there. Now you're going to create your ad. If you want to use an existing post off of your page, you can, which can be a good idea. That way the post is on your page and the post is also running as an ad, or you can just run it as an ad individually. I'm going to use create ad, but if you have a post you've already put up there, use existing post, okay? You can use a single image. You can use a carousel that scrolls through images, or a full screen collection. You can also choose from those options. I would go for single image right now, or carousel also is good also if you have some if you have additional photos that you can throw in there. As far as media goes, if you want to use a video, you're more than welcome to do that. I'm going to just add an image. So you'll click this drop down arrow, add image. I'll pick a random image in here. Let me go with this one. It'll show you what this image is going to look like in different ads. How cool is that? So now you know, okay, that's what it's going to look like on a 9x16, like maybe like a messenger ad. This is feeds in stream. So you get the idea of what it might look like, what it might crop off. Like on Instagram, it might look like that, unless you click this and it sets the barriers for it, the borders for it. And then you also have that ad as well. Okay, click next. Now you have some options here. Add an end card, all kinds. Like I said, there's always something. There's always something new that Instagram's thrown in there. I would just go with the way it has it set up initially. Now your ad is put up on there. Now let's scroll down before we put the text in and all of this stuff. Let's scroll down and make sure our destination is set for website. You want to type your website in. Where are you going to send this bad boy? Okay, there we go. My website's set in. Now you see down at the bottom. Now you can change the display link. Hello, I'm just going to put something random in there just to show you. Okay, why is it not letting me do that? Let's see here. Sometimes Facebook does things that are funky. Okay, let's change it back to that. And you can show the call extension on your website. So if you want to put the phone number in, you can put a phone number in right there. That's pretty sweet, right? So you put in that country code, United States. I'll put in a valid phone number. Okay. Oops, let's scroll back up here. And then the call to action, always use learn more. Learn more tests best. Out of all these different options that are in here, there's tons of them, right? Learn more has the best test results. So you want to use that. That phone number will come up on some of these ad placements. It'll show up on some of these. Now, we're going to get to tracking. This is where your Facebook pixel steps in, okay? This is the place for the Facebook pixel. You're going to check the website events. Now, this is a dummy account, like I said, so my pixel's not going to show up, but you'll have a drop-down box here. Your pixel will most likely be there. You'll select it, and that will activate your pixel. It'll give you a little check mark, a green check showing you that that pixel is activated. As we walk through those steps, we can come back up. Now we're putting in the primary text, the headline text, and the description. I like to keep these as simple as possible. That's the way we run things over here. I just want to show you a couple of ad examples of how simple this can be. I've blacked out the company name because I don't want to give any unfair props to anybody individually. I just want to give you an example of how simple it can be. There's your car in front of a home inspected house. Your builder's warranty is about to expire. Don't wait until it's too late. Get your certified 1-year warranty inspection. Learn more. How simple is that ad? Super simple. Join Blank Inspections Realtor VIP Club for exclusive benefits and more. Join the VIP Club. As you can see, this is a carousel. There's going to be a bunch of different images that float through here. Get access is the option. That's a carousel ad. How simple. You don't need to overthink it. Make it simple. The KISS method, keep it simple, stupid, works for you and works for the people looking at your ads. They don't have to think a whole lot or read a whole lot as they're checking out what you're offering. That's another part of that carousel that you keep scrolling through. Your builder's warranty is about to expire. It's another just example of what that ad would look like on a different platform in a different format. So your ads can look that simple. Now, as you're watching this, I'm about to wrap this one up. Ask us questions. What should you fill in for the primary text? What are the best ideas? You can ad options here as well. But if you have questions about this, which I'm sure you do, throw the questions at us. Hit us with whatever you have. We'll be able to answer those for you, hopefully, during this workshop. And if not, we can always chat afterwards if you want to get more in depth and you have more things you want to ask us that are a little more intricate and involved that would involve more time. But as you get all this set up and you get your text, your headline, your description in, you hit publish and boom, you're published. Perfect. The ad's up. The ad's running. It'll probably take it a few hours to go active, to go live. Like I said, you want to let it run for about 4 days to make sure it gets the best results. 4 days minimum to get the best results. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to take that email list you have. Maybe you have an email list of real estate agents, of whoever it might be, but maybe it's an extensive email list that you've collected over the years. How do you use that email list? Create a custom audience that you can run Facebook ads directly to that audience. That's what we're going to talk about in workshop number 4. So if you did not publish this ad yet, just save it for a second. You can add and upload this custom audience, and that can be your target audience that you run this ad to. We'll talk about that next. Talk to you soon.